If you go there today from now until 10 o'clock, bring your friends and family, enjoy a great night of fun, and help raise money for a great cause, the Y. And you can bring this flyer
that you download.
Right off your, I guess, computer we'd call it, for lack of better words. Thank you, my concern. That's
welcome.
right. Nick's Pizza and Pub is located at 990 South Randall Road in Elgin. Their phone number is 847-531-5550. You know how great the YWCA is, so here's your chance to help out.
If you tell them Laura Dion-Jones sent you, they'll give you some free peanuts.
And a free ride on the big boat they have in there.
Yep, there you go.
That's right.
Thank you. And would also like to thank snobhounds.com, a canine clothing company. Think Nike meets Donna Karan for canines. Snob Hounds is real environmental protection wear for your canine. And by the way, my two little IGs could not walk with me in this weather without their Snob Hounds cool coats on. And speaking of which, I've been logging 6 to 7 miles a day. Not all at once.
Yeah, of course.
And the reason I do the, the marathon countdown, 16 weeks, etc., is because it's all my friends are running. A lot of my friends are running. They're training, and my goal is by the Chicago Marathon to be able to have my walking stamina back up to 5 miles at once, 5 miles a day. Right now it's 2 miles and then another 2 miles and another, you know what I mean? But I want to get back my stamina the way it was, before my knee surgeries and stuff. You getting ready to say something?
No. Is your knee all right? It's not swollen?
It's still swollen. It's still swollen, and it's just.
But that's normal, isn't it? Especially
That's
the
what
way
they
you
tell
move
me.
around.
They tell me I was a little too aggressive, getting back to the rowing and stuff.
What
Yeah.
a thought that would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they want me no rowing, walking.
Well, that's good.
And let's see, where am I? Oh, KC Tool, an automotive specialty tool company, available through your Snap-on mobile tool distributor. And a special thank you to Casey for making this show and all of our shows possible. And I'd like to kick off Laura's Motivational Minute. How's that one? With our quote for the week.
Ready.
Success means having the courage, the determination, and the will to become the person you believe you were meant to be. You're never going to get this.
Will Rogers gave us a cue.
Douglas MacArthur.
George Sheehan, American physician and author. Okay. Hope is essential for making any lifestyle change your successful new reality. With each step you take in the right direction, Jeff, you'll feel less reluctant and more hopeful on your journey. With every success comes more success. Success always brings success. You know that.
Laura Dion-Jones said that.
Mikey. But it's up to you to keep the big mo going once you begin. No one else can do it for you, as we know. So have the hope, courage, determination, and the will to become the person you believe you were always meant to be.
Very welcome.
And a special thank you to all of you loyal listeners and Boca Jump blog readers who support me and email me. I'm encouraged by your appreciation of me. You should see the emails I get from strangers. Not strange strangers, cool strangers.
Okay.
So keep tuning into our weekly radio show and read my weekly blog on elgin.bocajump.com. My motivational methods are guaranteed to rub off on you, whether you want them to or not, and will help you lose weight faster and easier than you've ever dreamed possible. Right?
Of course.
And now it's time for today's special in-studio guest. Bullying has reached an epidemic proportion, not only in our schools, but in many workplaces also. So let's give a warm LDJ welcome to Jackie Marchese DeMarco and Marie Newman, mothers and businesswomen who have written an incredible new book based on their family's personal experiences with bullying. The title of their book is When Your Child is Being Bullied, Real Solutions for Parents, Educators, and Other Professionals. Should we hold it up for the YouTube camera? Here's the book.
As she holds up the book so YouTube can look at it.
I just finished it, and you know what? It's pretty powerful stuff, and I wanted to have these gals on my show because their book is the first of its kind. It's a step-by-step guide to stopping the torment and returning life to normal. It's jam-packed with how to stop it and get beyond bullying guide. Advice for anyone who's experiencing the humiliation, isolation, and despair brought on by bullying. So today, in a minute, we'll discuss the ill effects of bullying of victims, their families, and innocent bystanders, including eating disorders and issues with food. So welcome, girls. Jackie.
Thank you.
Oh, you got, okay, and Marie, cool. You girls use a blend of relevant stories to not only give us the lessons you've learned about bullying from your kids firsthand, but by researching and clearly laying out the steps to help parents, identify, understand, and solve the problem and get families back on track. So how about if who wants to start? How about if we go to where you guys are today? You've developed anti-bullying programs and written a book, so who wants to go first?
Sure.
Marie?
I can give you a quick overview. Would you like to know how we got where we are today?
Sure.
So probably the easiest way is to take us all back to about 2 years ago. Both of our sons, interestingly, at the same time had suffered from bullying. They were being tormented by a swath of different children, and it was really challenging. I can't even think about it without still getting a little upset from time to time. That said, it really drove us to do something about it, and our children have benefited. This is a happy ending, just so you know. The happy ending is both children are thriving emotionally, socially, and academically. So that's a happy ending. During that time, however, we researched a lot, worked with experts. We talked to a lot of different parents on both sides of the fence, which was helpful to become more objective. Worked with educators. We were invited to sit on a couple of committees, which was a terrific experience at the state and county level on best practices for schools. And then finally, actually Jackie and I were chatting one day over lunch, and Jackie said, we should write a book. Other parents need to know how to stop bullying.
Everyone needs to know, not just parents, but everyone.
Right, and educators. And that's exactly what we did. We set up about this time last year and to write the book, and it was published just recently.
Give us your take on your son's bullying. Like, did your son's situation ultimately have an impact on his relationship with food?
Just
Give us the little
yes.
cliff notes of the,
Yes,
you know.
correct. I believe it did. I believe it's hard not for children to alter their relationship with food when they've had a traumatic event, and bullying is a trauma. So what had happened is that I think over time it became solace for him. So his new relationship with food after being bullied became such that it was a bit of his friend, and it gave him solace and comfort.
And it didn't bully him back.
Correct.
And when we were in school, Mikey, Jeff, everyone here, when we were in school, what did we call it? Was it bullying? Has it gotten meaner than just plain teasing?
It was just being picked on.
Yeah. I was, I think a lot of people were bullied. I think sometimes, too, it's how you handle it. You know, I went to inner city schools in Chicago, and I don't know, it was kind of a different ballgame back then.
It is much different now because there are so many more ways that children are bullied. When we were younger, it was just bullied when, we're at recess or at gym.
That's true.
Or walk home from school.
Yes,
Yeah,
when we're
walking
walking home
home
from
from
school. Or in the bus. So that's still clear today. It usually happens whenever there's not any adults around, like in the bathrooms. But now with all the cyberspace out there, we've got YouTube, we've got Facebook. There's a tremendous amount of bullying that's going on Facebook. Actually, Marie and I have actually even got a little taste of it on our own, where some kids were bullying us already on Facebook. So you can see it's so easy to do because it's such a cowardly thing. You can they change their names, and
They pick any old screen name. They don't pick whatever their name is.
Yes,
Yeah.
so they get to hide behind their computer. It could be a real huge coward behind a computer. Also, what kids are learning how to do is, because they are so tech savvy, they can send out mass emails, and it looks like it's coming from a child, and perhaps saying nasty things about somebody else, and you don't really know who it's coming from. Or they assign it to somebody else's name. So if I got your cell number, Laura, and I can send out mass emails or mass text to people, and they think it's coming from you.
Oh, you're kidding.
So yeah, they're just so much more tech savvy. So it is very, very different, and that's the question that we get all the time. And the children truly are meaner. Just to think of the emails and a couple of comments that have come in to Marie and I would never have thought as a child to bully a adult, but they do it.
Or anybody else.
Yes,
for
exactly.
that matter. Tease them about something,
Yes.
but come on.
It's much different. Now, what makes my attitude a little different is that I was bullied as a child. And in the book, I talk about how my relationship with food changed and how I really had an eating disorder in several different types that started back then. I talk about in the book about how after one pretty bad incident, I ate an entire chocolate cake. And that was my...
It's not funny, but then she makes like she doesn't know what happened to the cake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do. And
Where's
my
that chocolate cake? And I don't know. What cake?
My mom was looking for it and completely denied it.